What's up, my lovely folks? So I'm out and about, and I try to travel and go fun places and interesting places, but that's not always the case, and I've just started learning that as I travel, it doesn't have to be a fancy what in order to be interesting or to discover amazing things. I have jury duty this week. Super fun, right? And it's like, well, maybe I'll just kind of chronicle this. It's not exactly traveling, like I said, to some fancy place, but I've discovered some really cool things, and I'm going to show you. As I walk around downtown, some interesting things that I have noticed that only the artistic and creative mind of Tabitha would even notice. We'll just enjoy what we have.
Press the blue button for a ticket. Please take the parking ticket. Please enter following the guidance.
I got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine, yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause I love tonight. It's electric.
So as I said, I don't know if you can hear me, there are a lot of old buildings here with some really beautiful architecture. It's one thing I do love about the cities, the historical value here. But there's a bunch of ambulances in front of the courthouse. Uh-oh.
I get lost in your eyes every time, there's no turning back. Swear I ain't got a chance. Had me caught up in you since the night on the terrace, yeah. You had me falling fast. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric. Can you feel it?
For those who may have never gone to jury duty and you might be concerned about what's going to happen, let me share my experience with you. So, of course, I can't give you any details of the duty that I have being a juror, official juror. The rural juror. I tell you what, I was a little nervous, and aggravated, of course, because I got summoned. But then I was like, okay, this is going to be an interesting experience. I'll just, I'll go and just kind of see what happens. Okay, so you get your summons. They tell you to call the day before to see if your number, they give you a number and they're like, here, press this jury number into your phone, see if you have to come in. I, of course, had to come in. And then they send you to the courthouse. They sent me to the basement, of course. It's where all the artists dwell, right? Am I right? At least it was in college. You get put into this big room with a bunch of other people who have been summoned. You sit and you wait. In my case, I waited about an hour and a half, close to 2 hours before they started calling names, and I was like, not me. And so they picked about 25 names. Mine was among them. And we get sent to the courtroom, which was pretty cool, pretty fascinating. So you're sitting there on these pews. I mean, they're worse than church pews. Come on, people. Take my taxes and put some cushions on those bloody chairs. So what I found was interesting is that just because you get summoned doesn't actually mean that you're going to be on the jury. They basically vet you. It's funny, the judge was saying, and that this is a major inconvenience. He's like, but if we would only, how do you word it? If we would only select people whose lives were not inconvenienced by jury duty, we would never have jurors. It's true. You get summoned, make sure that you take care of work, childcare, and any other events that may come up in your life to be prepared for, because they said sometimes it takes a day. You only have to be there and serve for a day, or sometimes it's an entire week.
Just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric. Can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric. I'm up in my feelings. I don't know feeling 'cause I'm on tonight. It's electric. All you left me was a radio, and it goes like ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. And it goes like ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. When I press play, all I hear is you. And it goes like ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. When I press play, all I hear is you. Oh, every single song tells me we're through. Yeah, but I can't turn it off 'cause it's the truth. Yeah, it's the truth. And it goes like
So I left Union Coffee, and I tell you what, it was fantastic. I ordered a latte, $5. So there's that. Oh, just tripped over something. But it was really good. Service was absolutely delightful, super friendly, very clean, cozy, comfy atmosphere. Union Coffee in Greensboro. Would recommend. Guys, it is another day serving as juror, and hopefully the last day, but we'll find out. It's been a pretty cool experience, I will admit. It's not quite as awful as everybody says, depending on the person. It's just the length of time during the day. That's what gets me. If this was only like 3 hours every day, all right. Just a long, all-day affair. But hopefully I can show you a bunch of stuff downtown, some really amazing architecture. I want to show you the chameleons, so let's go. I just think it's fascinating. This is the United States Post Office Courthouse. Don't know what that means, but the flowers are so cool. Just all the detail that goes into these buildings, I'm always amazed. And then like this stuff is super fun. And I kid you not, are those not chameleons up there? No, I thought for sure they were chameleons. That's what I really wanted to show you, but well, I'm all done with jury duty. I did my part. Wasn't the best outcome, but it was what it was. And it was quite the experience. Learned a lot. And yeah, it's amazing to watch how our judicial system works and everything. And I learned a lot. While it's not the most pleasant experience, I didn't hate it. the end. But I am glad it is over, so yes. Now, at this point in the video, you're probably thinking to yourself, man, Tabitha's just so great. I love her artwork. I wish I could support her and help her in some way. Just let her know that I think what she's doing is great. And I just want to say that I am so glad that that's what you're thinking right now. And if you are looking for ways to support me and my channel, there are a couple of links in the description box below. You can check out my Patreon page where you can get exclusive behind the scenes footage and pictures of what I'm working on, my works in progress. You can also check out my Etsy shop where you can purchase some of my art pieces that I have made. Or if you just want to make a one-time donation, you can click on my PayPal link because maybe you just have a bunch of money sitting around and you just don't know what to do with it and you think, man, she looks hungry. Let's let her grab a slice of pizza this weekend. I would appreciate it.